Today's horoscope and tarot from Astrocademy, Sagittarius February 24, 2022. Your friends don't seem to have a common denominator like most others, and your tendency to connect with people of all kinds is more evident today. At the same time, your interests are diverse. You're interested in people who have a broad range of lifestyles, backgrounds, and opinions. Today's transits support enjoying relationships that embrace individuality and freedom of expression. You can also do some wonderfully creative thinking today. You're better able to rise above minor problems and not let them drag you down. Your social life can step up a notch now, or you may be starting conversations and making connections that you never expected to make. Exchanges can inspire or help renew your spirit and confidence. The moon continues to glimmer through your socially conscious 11th house of associations, friendship, and sense of belonging in the world, but there's more. In addition to highlighting themes surrounding your freedom, the moon will join forces with expansive Jupiter and simultaneously sextile Mercury in the process. You have a lot to say. Although, given Luna's square to your red-hot planetary ruler, Mars, something tells me you're seeking some sort of revenge and vindication in the process. Don't kiss and tell, despite how compelling it is to do so. You're being tested, and what goes around will always come back around. Mars continues to square Jupiter, pushing you to take action with your dreams and have more influence in your professional network. Your goal is to be thoughtful in your next move, as you will want to radically transform your dreams and communal presence. Since the moon is in independent Aquarius, you ought to consider what professional dreams and which connections support your individualistic nature. It may be best to seek out the advice or insight of a trusted friend in your industry. A confidant could help you devise the best course of action. The moon's departure from your career sector yesterday has not only left you feeling more professionally empowered, but with a better understanding of both sides of the financial fence. Where a friendly aspect to planets in your income sector has left you with better access to untapped income potential, the competition has fired up Mars' warrior spirit as he moves into his final 4 days in your financial sector. Your energy and drive have no bounds. If you had it your way, you would do everything and at the same time. Even though your interests are varied, you should concentrate on what's relevant. Involve your friends and relations in particular. You will spend wonderful moments together and have great memories of them. You should speak nicely with authority figures, of course. In all your communications, tactfulness is crucial today. You could be on the phone a lot, so make sure you're on your best behavior verbally. You're optimistic, willing to take risks. Self-reliance and the charm you possess gives you great confidence. If you suffer the indignity of being turned down by a potential date, this has little effect on the way you feel. There are people out there who appreciate what you offer and willing to share their love with you. With today's astral configuration, you have a hand in bringing the focus to yourself. It's time to consider the path that you've taken over the past year. What has helped you get your body's needs met? Remember the days that you were good to yourself. They included fresh, delicious food, healthy exercise, and an overall relaxed feeling with no pressure to be or do anything different. Think about increasing the number of these days over the next month. It's a money-making day. The essence of this day prefers the active pursuit of financial ambitions and career goals. If you've been thinking about making a change in your career or tackling a new endeavor, this is the day for it. If it's been a while since you've reviewed your goals in this area, take the time to do so. Be sure that you are heading in the direction that will take you to the accomplishment you desire. Don't forget follow through. It's something you need to develop as part of your life path. Early today, you may need to combat some impulsiveness, particularly in your relationships. If you can keep this tendency in check, you're in good shape to connect with your wishes and hopes. As the day advances, you're likely to feel more insular or withdrawn, but it's also a good time to work on reducing a dependency in your life. You might aim to be pleasantly productive and gently challenged today. You're active but also pacing yourself, which seems the best formula at the moment. Your tarot reading for today. The Sun, Strength, and the Chariot. The cards evoke a sense of wistfulness. You can spend time thinking about what you could have done if you had taken another path, or who you would have been if you had taken a different decision. You're an emotional person and you feel the need to externalize what you have in your heart. While it is true that you like to remember the past, you keep a close eye on the future, and today this is your usual attitude. You ask yourself a lot of questions, and are looking for answers to drive away the doubt you are feeling at the moment. This is a positive state of mind, which should enable you to advance on your life path, and carry out the projects you are interested in. The cards highlight decisive progress in your life in March 2022. This should lead you to make an important decision and stick to it. Your draw shows that you are an intuitive and deep person. You have used these spiritual and intellectual qualities to choose the most rewarding way for you. Your draw highlights a fundamental dilemma between feelings and reason that could happen in March 2022. After this transitional period, the cards evoke a bright future in which you can blossom alongside a man. In the medium term, things should become easier for you, especially on an emotional level, with this idea of balance highlighted in your draw. The questions you are asking today could finally be answered and dispel the fears and doubts you are feeling at the moment. Our eyes in the sky. Today is an action-packed day, astrologically speaking. The morning starts with a minor frustration between Mars and Mercury and healing Centaur Chiron. This can make us want to take action to mend fences with ourselves and others. The caution is that it might be hard to find the best method, which could cause some inner tension. The flip side of this transit is that you might want to reach out to those you've had arguments with in the recent past, which could backfire. The good news is that Venus and Jupiter share a minor aspect that can help to soothe such dilemmas and ego conflicts. It can create a harmonious vibe that lets you feel better about the past as well as give you direction about the future. Mercury and Mars align in the evening, and this aspect can go two different ways. You can either argue relentlessly and want to have the last word, or you can create a fun-filled time for yourself because your energy level will be extremely high. The choice is yours. Be advised that any arguments that do happen today could be craftier and sneakier than normal. Plus, they could start out of nowhere. A great way to diffuse the energy is to accept accountability and responsibility and then squash the issues and move on from them.